Good afternoon, my wonderful friends. How are you today? Welcome back to my not so messy craft room. I have done a big sort out today, so if I get a chance, I will show you in a little bit when we've sorted this project out. So, the other day I was trying to do a few videos and I've ended up having to just put them to one side for a little while and try again another day because I'm having trouble editing and uploading. So I'm just going to do a very quick project with you today. Hopefully I've got another project for you for tomorrow, and then I've got a very exciting one next week coming. So stay tuned, guys. Like, subscribe, click the notification bell so that when I do upload a video you get notified straight away. And let's crack on with this. So I've just got some of these snaps like we were using the other week. Do you remember these? For the oh, what did we make? Was it the gift card holders, wasn't it? So I've just got that out. I've been a bit obvious and just gone for pink for now. And I've got two pieces of fabric. These are just scraps from a jelly roll, approximately 10 by 2.5, I think, if I remember rightly. 2.25 inch. And all they are for are these very long needles of mine, because they've just been in a really rubbish plastic bag and the bag's ripped and it's just not very user friendly. So I'm just going to put those needles on my quilt over the other side so they don't keep scraping throughout the video. And then we'll pop those in later, but it's for these needles. There we go. So all I'm going to do, and I've got a little piece of brushed cotton as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have that sort of in the middle somewhere, just as a bit of cushioning. That's going to be a little flap at the top, and then that's going to come up there like that. That's going to be a flap at the top with a little press stud on it, and those needles are going to be held nice inside like so. There we go. I just thought it'd be nice to have a little bit of cushioning there because this cotton is quite thin. So all I'm going to do, I think what I'll do, so I don't have any raw edges, is I will have the right sides together like so. They don't have to be exact because we will trim them here and around what we need to at the end. But what I thought I'd do is just have, I'm just going to place that needle again so I get a good idea of where I want it to be. That should, I think that should be okay. Have this a little bit lower down, I want the needles to be able to stick up a little bit so I can see them and grab them. And then that is going to be, the bottom of this is going to be like a guide, if you will. I think that's going to be absolutely fine. Okie dokie, that's what we're going to do. But I want that to be the top piece, don't I? So it shouldn't matter. We should be okay. We should be okay. So if I have it, if you plan it like this, where you've got the fabric on the outside, that's going to be the inside, if you will, and you just want that little piece there, if you will. Now you could have that on the inside, or you could have it sticking out like that. I think I want it sandwiched in so that all you see is the actual material, but you've got just something if you need to just stick your needles in, you know. It's like them needle books. So I'm just going to put that a little bit further down again like we did before, and all I'm going to do is sew around the edges. Now that is slightly longer, so let's just trim that to size. I don't know if you can see that, guys. There, just make it so it's the same size rather than leave it till later. So all I'm going to do actually is put a tiny pin just in here to keep it together while we sew. Now, another day I was going to do a project with you and the sewing machine wouldn't work. So we had to end up, just sacking it off. So I'm just hoping now we can get this done today. I'm just going to move the camera up slightly so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. That's better, isn't it? And I apologise if the vibration of the sewing machine moves the camera. I'm just testing this angle out today. And again, I'm pressing my foot down and nothing's happening. Let's try again. Okay. Just holding the threads there so that they don't back. Needle down position. You don't have to be too exact with the seam, but I am just going to leave a gap actually, because I forgot to do that before, didn't I, guys? I was going to leave a gap here. So let me just stitches to reinforce the sewing so it doesn't come undone when you're turning. Back again. Just a couple of stitches. I don't know what's wrong with this sewing machine. Press the foot and nothing happens. Now what I could have done is do the flap at a point, you know, like we did for the gift card holder. I'm really struggling to remember that terminology. Gift card holder. We could have done a point at the top, couldn't we? Now then, what I am just going to do is just trim these corners, just to make a little less bulk. And as you can see, this sewing machine isn't brilliant. It's gathering. Tension on it is all, I think it just needs some adjusting. Now I did put the cloth, the brushed cotton cloth on so it would show when I wasn't going to do, but never mind. I was a little bit distracted with whether this machine was going to work or not. But it doesn't matter, because at least it'll be easier for me to tuck the needles into, won't it? I just need to try and find my little crochet hook for turning. Not quite sure what I've done with it. It might actually be in my other one. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Well, I found one of them. This will do. So we're just going to turn this in right way round and just pull out the corners. Come on. And then give it a good press. So I will just plug my iron in at the side. There we go. So let's just get these corners out. I haven't caught that edge there very well, have I? It's still a bit loose, is that? I should have put some more pins in, guys. Oh no, that's where I'm turning it, isn't it? Just ignore me. I'm having a day. I'm having lots of senior moments today. I've literally just emptied my whole craft room out, cleaned it, and put things back in different places, looked for things that I can't find, etc, etc, like you do. So my head is all over the place today. I will just give this a very, very, very quick press. It won't be anything special. And then I'll just have a look at that corner again. It's just not, I've pressed in that where I've turned, left a gap as well for turning. That's better. So all I need to do now is sew all around the outside to give that a nice finishing touch, holding on to the threads while we go so that we don't have a bird's nest at the top. Let's go for it. Let's try and make a smaller. So basically guys, it just looks like a bookmark, doesn't it? Just looks like a bookmark. I do make fabric bookmarks, as you've seen on my channel before, and that is what it looks like. They look fabulous. So all I'm going to do now is, oh, just let me get that thread off first. There we go. What I'm going to do now is place the longest needle, because they're all different sizes, in where I want them to be. Like so. And then I'm just going to stitch around there, okay? Now I know this is extra stitching. I could have done it when I did it all around the outside, but I can always just go over the already existing stitching. It's absolutely fine. We could do a decorative stitch even. Turn. You don't necessarily have to go down the bottom. I just have to make it easier. Just reinforce the stitches there. I'll trim them better later when I've got it all tidied up. Now then, that is going to be the little lip, like so. So let me just move the camera down for you. So all I'm going to do is decide where I want the snap, which is going to be, I mean, you could measure this to make sure you get an absolute centre, but this is only for me for the needles, so I'm not going to be too fussy about it. So all I'm going to do is grab my friction pen if I can find it. I did see it earlier on, so it should be out and about somewhere. There it is. I'm just going to make a mark there. Put my pokey tool. Can you see how easy that just goes through the fabric without any effort whatsoever? Do it all the way so you get a decent size hole. And then you're going to put the back of that in there. Just make sure that's poking through. There we go. And then you've got these two here. As you can see, they're different. So as long as one goes with one and one goes with the other, it doesn't matter which way around you do it. So we're just going to press that on, get our clamp, and squeeze that. There we go. And then we get this one. Now we want to find out where we want it first, don't we? That would help. So I'm just going to get a guide as to where that is. Perfect. Again, without going through both sides and watching your fingers, just very gently poke that through the fabric. It's gone straight through. So I'm just going to go up with it to make sure I don't go through the back. Again, watching my fingers. There. Making sure I don't hurt myself. This may be a little bit fiddly because I've got to sort of get that down there now and find the hole, which probably won't be very straightforward. Where are you? We're nearly there. There we go. Just going to poke that through there like that. And then we're going to pop this on here like that. Grab our clamp again to find the back. There we go. Give it a squeeze. Oops, sorry for knocking the camera, guys. And then that is a nice little pocket. Absolutely cute as. Took a couple of minutes to make that, didn't it? So all I'm going to do now is pop my needles in there like so. Now you've got the choice of putting them in the fabric there, in the brushed cotton fabric like so, and that will keep them from falling down as well, so that you can leave them sticking up and they'll be easy to grab by having them just in there like that, like so. And then we'll have the different sized ones here like so. There we go. And then the smaller ones when I find them, just bear with me. Oops, that's gone through the front there. I didn't want that to happen, did I? There we go. And they're just sticking out like that, and you can just grab them then as you need them. Here comes the smaller ones over this side into just that brushed cotton area like that. Oops. And that, obviously if you put them in a bit straighter than I have, because I'm trying to do it on camera. And you've got a lovely little needle pocket. Push them down a little bit further, close it up, and that can go in your little sewing bag. And just, I know it's sticking out at the bottom there, I need to poke them back through, but you could always put something in the bottom there to stop them poking through if you wanted to. But I really like that. I really like that idea. We'll just pull them off again, and I will take more time at just putting them back in so that they don't stick out. Just wiggle them a little bit as I'm putting them in, and we've got a wonderful little needle pouch. There we go, guys. So I'll turn the camera around and I'll be with you in a moment. So friends, I'm back. I've tidied up a little bit, put all my stuff away. So I just thought I'd have a quick catch up with you. And I've just put the needles in here now, so they're all in there now. So they're all in there. I don't know if you can see that. You see? The bigger needles, I've got different size needles in different cases. So instead of rooting through now, I'll know as soon as I need those type of needles, I'll just go straight to that little pouch. And it was literally a couple of minutes to make, wasn't it? A couple of minutes to cut the fabric out, a couple of minutes to sew up, and we've got it done. So yes, I was doing another tree ornament the other day, and I couldn't get the sewing machine to work, and I couldn't get I couldn't even get it to thread the bobbin the other day, so I had to give that up. One of my projects with you, I think it was the Christmas pinny, that took 4 days to finally upload. I'd edited it I don't know how many times, and it disappeared, and I had to keep reloading and editing, and then it'd disappear again. So that wasn't edited as well as I wanted it to be, and that was 4 days in the actually getting it on the editor. Loading it up to YouTube wasn't a problem, although it takes a few hours. That wasn't the problem. It was actually loading the video onto the editor. It just wouldn't. The editor's rubbish, absolutely rubbish. I've started using another one now, but it's taken me a while to get used to. So there will be videos that aren't edited at all. They're just raw, and I apologise for that. So yeah, that was that. So I have got a little project tomorrow, all being well. Another quick one, excuse me. As long as my sewing machine works and as long as the editor works, there'll be another project tomorrow. And then hopefully next week, I've only got a couple of days at work, and I'll have finished for Christmas then, for about 3.5, nearly 4 weeks. So I'm going to be hopefully doing some more projects with you, but I've got one thing I really want to do with you next week, and if that's the only video I'll get out, I don't mind, because it's a project I've been wanting to do for 2 years now, and I've never got round to it. So next week I'm forcing myself to do that. Once I've finished work for Christmas, I'm doing that project because it's really important to me. It's, like I say, it's something I've wanted to do for years. So please tune in for that one, because I'm really excited about that. I know it's been done on YouTube before. It's a project that many people have done. However, it's new to me. It's not going to be a tutorial. It's going to be, I'm trying this for the first time, so I'll come along with me and probably learn from my mistakes, because I will make mistakes because I've never done it before. But it's something that we strive to improve. Do you remember last year when I was making those shopping bags, those fabric shopping bags, which I'm still using, by the way, and I need to make some more. It was just to reduce plastic, wasn't it? And this project next week that I'm doing with you, it's actually not going to be in the sewing room though. It's not going to be in the craft room. It's another thing to help with the environment. So yeah, tune in for that as well. But for now, I will say goodbye, God bless, take care, and I'll see you again soon, friends. Bye for now.